Welcome to Winn's World Podcast. I'm Chris Winn, and happy Friday to you all to start of another extremely great weekend where we can't really go anywhere and we can't really do anything and you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, tonight I am extremely excited about this podcast because my guest tonight is Eddie Deutsche, and I have been a huge fan of his for God knows how long. So I just can't say enough how much respect I have for him, and I think we all do. He's been in the game for a long time. We come from a little bit of the same area. We both worked for Kinsey Bolson in San Diego, which was rad. And it was super cool knowing that was part of the lineage when I was working for Kinsey. So also, it's just been one of those things like watching Eddie come up through the ranks and doing all that he was doing with traveling and working with the guys that he was working with. It's just been hang on a second, I'm gonna text him real quick. There you go. Anyways, but just watching him do what he does. And it was really super cool because in the beginning we would, see him and he was in all the magazines, and we'd be all like, whoa, check this out and all that stuff. And he just signed on, and let me go ahead and send him a request and let's get him on here real quick. Eddie, what's going on, brother? How are you, man? Oh, hey, dude.
Hey, what's happening?
Dude, that's your son, right?
You hear this? The whole world is going crazy outside. It's like when everyone screams for the workers, Woo!
There you go, man. He's got a good voice. Is he a singer?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my dude.
My dude. So how are you two tonight?
We're good, man. I was gonna try and get you on the computer to make it a little bit bigger, but yeah, we're good. Hanging in there in this COVID madness.
Dude, how you been doing through all this stuff? How's the kids been doing? Because I think the kids have it worst. You know what I mean? Because they're just like, whoa, locked up.
Yeah, I mean, my kids they're doing pretty good. They're just being in their creative places, and we're together a lot. We're all together all the time, and they're missing their friends, but they're doing good. No one's sick, so there you go.
Well, that is definitely a plus, man, because nobody really wants to get this stuff. What have you been doing to keep busy through this whole thing, man? Have you been painting? Yeah.
I've been busy. I have two of these people. So, yeah, we've been drawing a lot. We've been doing a lot of drawing. And, I started this humongous art project that's kind of like way out there. And, I'm just chipping away at that a little bit at a time and doing some commissions. I've been getting a bunch of commissions. So people have been really supporting us. And I've been getting to make some fun art and, stuff. So it's been cool. Yeah, I like it. I miss working. I definitely miss working. And we just got in a new shop. So I just got in a new shop with a bunch of new folks that I'm super enjoying hanging around. And then like boom,
totally.
Nothing, So yeah. I'm looking forward to getting back to work.
I think that everybody is, and a lot
of people are getting back to work already.
Well, and that's, in some of the spots, man, where it's not so populated. You and I happen to be in one of the busiest cities in the country. So, it's obviously going to be a little bit more crazy here. But we'll get back into it and have some fun. What's your son's name?
Santiago. Santi.
Santi?
I like being called Santi.
Santi? That's a cool name, man. I like that. Are you gonna? Do you like to draw?
Oh yeah.
Do you? What's your favorite thing to draw?
I like making up my own monsters, like creatures. Yeah.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
No.
Does your dad teach you a lot of stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Believe me, if he was my dad, man, I would make him teach me a lot of stuff. So you're very, very lucky. Very lucky young man.
Thank you. I felt like the lucky one here, but yeah, I'm pretty good.
Well, being a dad, man, is, it can be so scary at times, but it's just so rewarding at the same time. My kid called me 3 times today, and I was like all stoked every time. And it was just for dumb stuff, but I know he just misses me, you know what I mean? And he just wants to talk to me, you know?
How come our lights on? Can we turn them on?
No, that was just the computer.
Oh, okay. I see.
Dude, the kid's on top of it, man. On top of it.
Yeah, man. My tech guy here.
Yeah, well, that's one of the... How do you feel with all the tech going on at this point? Because, obviously when we first started, it was pencil to paper.
The drawings and stuff. I mean, I'm impressed personally. I the stuff that makes it easier. It's like, man, I wish I could get the hang of it. Cause, man, I mean, and the artwork that's coming out. I mean, I am personally some of my favorite stuff is the big, like, crazy geometric stuff.
Right.
Not the stuff that I do. I mean, I don't really do a lot of that.
Right.
I do it if people want it from me, but it's definitely a caveman version. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love that stuff, and it just blows my mind every time I see it. So. Yeah,
I kind of. Every time that I see that stuff, I just remember sitting there with a light box. And you know what I mean, and just being all like, "Oh my God, dude, how am I gonna get this?" And then once I get it on the skin, dude? It just amazes me.
Yeah.
What's
up, son?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean, this guy here, he's like, he already knows way more than me, and.
Does he play with Procreate on the iPad and stuff?
Yeah, Procreate, and then the animation stuff he does. I mean, he's been making, like, the stop-motion animation stuff on the phones. Like, it blows my mind.
It's crazy. It's crazy what these kids are doing with, like, TikTok and
Yeah. TikTok. I just got TikTok app, and I look at it, and I'm like, that looks like so much fun. But, like, to me, like, I can't look at the screen that much.
Yeah.
My eyes are fucked up, so.
Well, man, when you stare at everything half your life this far from your face.
Yeah, I mean, I've been staring at a needle, going in and out, pretty much for 35 years, about, somewhere right up to there, 34 years, 33 years, something like that.
Dude, by the way, you look fantastic, bro. I just gotta say, man, I life must be treating you so well because you don't look like you age much at all, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, man, it's magic.
The kids keep you young.
My kids they definitely keep me young.
Yeah, totally. So, obviously we've known each other for a little while, and I know a little bit of your story. But tattooing kind of grabbed you very early in Detroit. When you had, like, literally nothing to do but be a punk rock kid and do that kind of stuff. When did you really start drawing?
I mean, I always drew my whole life. I'm a single kid, and that was something that I always did. I mean, it was made. I mean, my mother was an artist, and I'm sure she put pen and paper in my hand and put me in a room, to keep myself occupied.
Right.
So the idea was definitely there, and I liked it, and I had, like, clever mind, like to create stories, and you can just do it right there,
Yeah.
So, and I've watched my kids do the same thing, so I mean, it's, what I mean, like, if you don't have TV and you don't have those things,
Yeah.
then, like, that's just the logical step, what I mean? And people always, they're like, oh, I can't draw or this or that, and it's like, everybody can draw. It's just a matter of, like, doing it over and over again, and having the mind that it's fun even when you suck at it. And, like, first there's the point where you don't know you suck, and then the point where you do know you suck, but you still do it because it's fun. And, when that's your mindset, and then you have nothing else to do, what I mean? It's good place for stuff to grow. It's very nurturing. That's a nurturing environment. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man, for sure. So
It's
you're
not about being able to.
so your mother was really nurturing as far as getting into art and doing that kind of stuff.
I suppose she was.
Rad.
Yeah.
Rad. And you started picking up tattooing at what was it, 14?
Yeah, I was tattooing before that, bro. I mean, I was poking stuff in skin, probably like around 11.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. That's so cool, though. And then, how, what I mean? Like, I know a little bit of the story of how it happened, man, because, obviously I've heard a lot of it from Kinsey. You know what I mean?
Man, Kenzie. Woo!
Oh, dude.
I love that guy, and I've been in touch with him a lot lately. And it's so
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow, because, dude, I've been trying to find out where he's at and what he's doing.
We've been talking a lot. We've been talking a lot lately. I mean, not as much as I would like, because I never have time to call. But
right.
When we do connect, it's really cool. And I had dinner with him and his wife right before this COVID thing hit.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it was really cool.
Dude,
wow.
You have to get me in touch with him, because I need that part of my life back, man.
Because I can easily do that. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear from you.
Yeah, totally. And because after I did my apprenticeship, man, I went and worked for Colonel Todd, and then I went straight to San Diego, and I worked for Kinsey for 5 years down at the beach.
Man, yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, it was just amazing, because, man, he put me through the ringer. It was like I did an apprenticeship with Rick, and then I did one with Catfish, and then I did a whole new one with Kinsey.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, he was a great dude, man. I super lucked out. My timing was so good, and I think Kenzie saw me. You know what I mean? Like, I think Kenzie's like one of those people in my life that just the minute we met, like, he saw me, and he just wanted to be there for me in whatever way. I feel a very strong bond with the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinsey is one of those. Yeah, he's one of those guys, man. That I'll tell you, he taught me more in the 5 years than I've learned in the 15 past that. Because if he wouldn't have given me that structure, of what was up early on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he was like, man, you got to be at that tattoo shop. You can't, dude. What do you mean you're going to get something to eat? If you're gonna go get something to eat, it should take you 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come back to the tattoo shop, eat in the tattoo shop, sleep in the tattoo. You know,
the hustle, man.
Oh, I know.
Live in the hustle.
And then from there, I believe, if I'm correct, you hitchhiked your way across to Florida.
No, I did. My hitchhiking days were over, man. The minute I started tattooing, bro.
Oh, rad.
Yeah. But I was tattooing. I went to Florida from Colorado, where I was with Kenzie.
Yeah.
Because he went to Colorado, so I followed him there, and I was there, and I was in contact with Paul Rogers, and he was like, well, why don't you just come out here and get build a machine with me instead of just buying a machine? And I was like, yeah, of course, done. Say the word. Yeah, I pretty much got my tickets, and I went out there for a week and stayed for like 3 months.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was pretty amazing. That was another amazing, time for me.
Oh, I can imagine.
And connection to a real, down to earth heart tattoo person.
Yeah. Because he loved tattooing.
Yeah, Paul Rogers was like down to earth heart, person. He loved what tattooing was, and probably is now. You know what I mean? Just the whole spirit vibe of it.
How do you think that he would have enjoyed the internet and the things that we have now?
Well, I would pray and hope that he would have favored the shit out of him, so he would have loved it. You know what I mean? Like, the internet would have been really kind to him.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would imagine. So he would have loved it. It would be super fun for him.
Yeah, that's why.
He would have had to show him how to do it. He wouldn't have done it himself.
Right.
He wouldn't have done it himself.
But the craziest thing is that he was such a letter writer. He loved to write letters.
Yeah, for sure. But if you could send a text, who's to say? He probably would have found the joy in that too. Who knows? He would have been texting on his phone all day if he had a phone. He would have got nothing done.
Yeah, I hear you.
And on there getting accolades on Instagram.
Totally.
Yeah,
dude,
he's Where would he fit it into his schedule? He had such a tight schedule. Look at Instagram in between, bike rides and machine shop or Quincy's,
Totally.
Yeah, I don't know. He had a lot of, letter writing time was every day, at Paul Rogers' house,
That's rad.
That was a part of the day.
That's rad. And, it's great that you got to spend that time with him. I can imagine just what that means to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So,
good.
So you went from Florida.
Yep, Florida. I went back to Colorado, and then I went to New York. Yeah, then I went to New York because Colorado wasn't really happening for me. It wasn't, those days were not that busy. First of all,
yeah,
they just weren't. And it was a new place, and then I don't know. I had a roommate, one of my good friends, who was my roommate at the time, who was not in the tattoo business then, but became a tattoo artist and thrived like crazy years later.
Wow.
His name was Joel Kennedy.
Oh, I know Joel. I knew Joel.
Yeah, Joel Kennedy. And Joel lived with me in Colorado, but, we were just buddies,
Right.
Did other stuff. And when I went back to there, he was, like, having a really bad time with drugs. And, like, I left for a week and I stayed for 3 months.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I came back and it was like, it was a dark cave, it was a dark cave I came back to, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna keep moving. And I had an invite to work in New York at Peter Tattoo because I was working at Peter Tattoo in Colorado.
Right.
And I just, I just took him up on it and went there and, got to, met up with Larry Romano and those people.
Excellent, man.
All
Excellent.
the people at Peter Tattoo. That was an awesome time too.
Yeah. What year was that about?
It was in the 80s, so probably 87, 88, maybe 88.
Yeah.
Probably 88, maybe.
Cool.
I don't know. A lot happened in those early years. It could have been 87.
Yeah, it always seems like your early years,
Well,
man.
I was at Paul's in 87,
Right. And then.
The first time. All right, bye, son.
Then.
Says goodbye.
See you later, bro. Great kid, man, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he's intense.
Yeah, that's rad. I love intense kids. That's rad.
Yeah.
I get you.
That's a lot of personality right there.
Yeah, well, dude, better than him sitting in his room on a computer in the dark.
Yeah, the shit that guy says, the stuff he says is like, it's mind-boggling, And he has a memory like it's. Yeah, unreal, man. He could draw like most of you folks out there, I swear to Christ. He could draw at like a grown man professional level, 10 years old.
Wow.
I have books. Yeah, it's crazy.
Are you going to teach him?
I'm a proud father. Now he's coming back and he's listening to me, so I should shut the fuck up. There you go.
Are you going to teach him?
To tattoo?
Yeah.
Nah, he doesn't want to do tattoos.
Oh, good.
This kid This kid does not want to do tattoos.
Good deal.
He doesn't like all that painful, icky stuff.
Yeah, totally.
That's for me.
Yeah, my kid was the same stuff, but he's like, he can get tattooed by Aaron Bell and all these, you know what I mean? These guys are all like, hey, do you want to get tattooed? And he's like, nope. I'm just not into it, dude.
Well, I mean, I would always say if someone's asking if you want to get tattooed, you probably shouldn't get tattooed by them. Just as a general rule, you know what I mean? Like, if you're asking me, no.
Well, Aaron hasn't known him since he was about this big, you know what I mean? So he's like an uncle.
No, I get it.
Yeah, totally. But anyways, so when did you like, I know you spent a bunch of time in Japan, and didn't Ed Hardy ask you to go to Japan? Is how you got over there?
The first time, yeah, I went with Ed Hardy, and to say he asked me if I wanted to go, it was more like I was getting tattooed by him, and he mentioned it, and then I had an artist that I loved that he didn't know where I knew about that artist from, and that intrigued him. And then when we talked about going to Japan, him going to Japan, I just was like, can I go? And I want to go with you. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go with you to Japan. I'll carry your bags. I'll be your dude. You know what I mean? Like, you'll basically have like a dude with you and I'll leave you alone. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to go and check it out and go places. And then he was like, yeah, maybe we could do that. And then once he said maybe, I was just on that, like,
You were in.
Every time I wrote him a letter, I sent him stuff. I was constantly doing stuff. Please stop. And every time I mentioned it, you know what I mean? Like, every time. And then we went. And then he took me to Japan. And it was like, yeah, talk about an epic trip. I mean, I was already like out of my mind, in this tattoo thing.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much, that was over the top.
Yeah. Once you get into Japan, it's ridiculous. It just hits you like a ton of bricks, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just got to go the once, and and then later I hooked up with Horitaku, who is one of Horitoshi's apprentices, and he was. There was only two apprentices at that time. There was Horitoshi's son.
Yeah.
And then there was Horitaku, and that was it. And Taku was an apprentice for like, I think almost 5 years. And I mean, an apprentice is like, full-time job.
Oh yeah.
That's like, like you are 100% in when you're an apprentice, a tattoo apprentice.
Oh,
I mean, in that realm.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
In that world, that's what it is. It's 100% in. So what is 100%? 100% is 100%.
Right.
All your time, all your energy, everything goes to it. That's it, right?
Oh yeah.
And then at the end of it, he was like, he couldn't do it anymore, and he was like, I need to know what I need to do to push this thing through, because I need to be a tattoo artist now. I can't work my job, come here, work, never sleeping. You know what I mean? It's like, it's impossible. You
right.
know? And he told him that, he laughed at him, and he told him to give him his finger, do the Yakuza style.
Yeah.
That was his style,
Totally.
And Taku just went right home, pulled the knife out, got it all ready, tied his finger up, chopped his finger out, got all drunk, cut his finger off, put it in the thing, went to the hospital. And you can imagine in Japan, when you go to the hospital because your little finger is cut off, you don't get a lot of help.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
It's probably up there on one of the worst experiences that you could probably have, like going to the hospital.
Yeah, totally. I mean? I'm sure.
Yeah, because they're just like, you're a gangster, and like, now there's just no denying that, like, you'll steal money from my grandmother. You know what I mean? Like, you will, like, you will actually, yeah, there's no, it's not like a beautiful thing like in the movies. You know what I mean? They're like, they are in people's lives. You know what I mean? Like,
in their face.
Who cleans your clothes has to pay them. You know what I mean? There's a guy there with a finger that's going like, give me my money, motherfucker. You know what I mean? This is my territory. You know
Yeah.
So, it's not a beautiful thing, and he wasn't one, but still,
it doesn't matter.
So then he started tattooing Horitaku, and Horitaku was one of the greats, I have to say, and he was like a brother to me. And I mean, one of the first thing I fell in love with him is his work.
Yeah.
Was just awesome. It was so powerful, and like it just had so much fucking energy. You know what I mean? And and then it was so technically amazing. And at that time, I mean, there just wasn't the amount. Now there's a lot, but there wasn't that much then.
Right.
And there was some, but it wasn't that much. And Taku just he just had it. He just really had it. And then this guy was like from Osaka. He was punk. He was a punk kid. We totally related. We had like similar paths. And lots of our experiences.
Yeah.
And
Osaka is just such a great place.
He didn't speak a word of English. Nothing. So like he didn't speak no English, but he had a girlfriend that spoke perfect English. She lived in New York.
Oh.
And so we started hanging out a lot, and he came to California, and then they stayed with me and my ex, and they stayed for a couple weeks, and it was like a friendship was born. Then we're going back and forth. I was going back and forth to Japan like a couple times a year, and I wasn't even doing it. And he was coming to San Francisco once a year.
Right.
And it was it was really fun. Had a lot of cool customers in Japan. It was really fun. I did a lot of work, a lot of big work.
Yeah.
I did a lot of.
I saw some of it while I was there.
The stuff. Yeah, I did a lot of the stuff that I do, that I'd like to do here, but I never do here.
Yeah.
But I did a lot of it there. It was fun.
Totally.
I don't know what you're doing, but.
He's trying to show us his artwork. That's what he's trying. He's trying to get that. He's trying to get that plug. He's like, "Oh, Dad, check out this back piece I just drew."
Never mind. Keep talking.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. Japan changed me. It really did. It changed the way I looked at tattooing, and it gave me a drive that, because I have quite a few friends over there, and I have a lot of. And a lot of them don't even speak English, but man, after a bottle of sake, man, it doesn't even matter, man. You know what I mean? Like it's just all good in the hood,
Yeah.
It's so cool, and they will take you everywhere, and then there's just a bunch of more people, and oh my god, dude, it's probably one of my favorite places in the whole world. I'd have to say.
I mean, it was one of mine, and my friend Taku died.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that,
so,
brother.
When that happened, I've been to Japan once since then, and that's been and that was a fun trip and everything, but it's definitely a different place, and then there was a long time in between trips, like after I stopped going, and places change, really, they really do, and I don't want to sound like an old person or whatever, but it was like, all my favorite places weren't there. My friend that I have all my memories there with, isn't there anymore.
Yeah, totally.
I never really reached out to a lot of people in Japan because I always had my friends. So like we just hung,
Right.
That was like my dude, and we hung, and then like I brought my wife there with me once. I have friends, what I mean, that I've gone there with, but for the most part. So yeah, now it's kind of weird. But I had fun. I mean, I had fun. I tattooed a lot, too. And it was all, like, tattoo collector type people. Where before, it was, like, more, like, regular people.
Right.
When I was working.
Right. Yeah.
He's got some message for he's watching all these, the people that are leaving things. He did my most beautiful dragon chest half sleeve, 20 years. And it looks like day one. Yeah, there you go. See? You did the most beautiful dragon chest and half sleeve 20 years later, and it still looks amazing.
Well,
that's what's up.
I hate to tell.
Yeah, Matt, we're going to Japan. Me and Matt are going to Japan, dude. That's my dude, man.
Matt?
That's my guy. Matty no times, Yeah, we're gonna have lots of adventures, me and this guy, man. 3 Kings, dude. That's my gang now, man. I'm down.
Dude, that's so good, man. That's so good.
Yeah.
done and done.
Anything, that dude's just the shit, man. I'm so blessed. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing.
Oh, it's it's good. It's all good.
Bigfoot Jesus. Now I'm looking at him. Stop! I can't look at the thing. I'll get all caught up, you know?
It's all good, man. Sometimes I get on here and Godfrey and Lefty start going at it, and JoJo, and it's just it gets, dude. Lefty, I was in the middle of, I think I was talking to Luke Westman, and Lefty's texting me. He's like, "Oh, you're losing your shit right now," as I'm.
Yeah, you can't look. It's too much. It's like visual overload.
Yeah, totally, man. It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy.
Here, he wants me to put up the sign.
Let's see it.
No, it's backwards.
Oh, it's backwards.
I can't see it.
Oh, hi, Matt, Peter, and everyone.
Is it too confusing?
Nope, I can read it.
Emojis, and I'll wave back. Okay, there you go.
There's children.
Emojis.
There's children in the room. Lefty, there's always children in the room. But anyways, so...
My life, there's always children.
Oh, God. You know what, man? My kid... I think I've heard my kid say fuck one time, and I think I say it... It's like an adverb to me. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So,
yeah.
I don't even know.
My daughter charges money for that, so she's not up here right now.
Oh, dude. What is she working on her college fund, bro?
She's got a business going, believe me. She's not, you don't say no to Veda, man. She's a gangster, man. My little girl is the one, yeah, she does not take no for an answer, yeah.
That's rad. That's
it's
rad.
Wild. It's something for sure.
Hey, it's yours, man. They're yours. You know what I mean?
Dude, I mean, reflections in the mirror, just like, whoa.
Oh,
wow.
yeah. Yeah, totally. But let's talk about your you decide to open a shop.
When? Which shop?
222.
Oh my God, 222. That's a long time ago. 222 happened, man. It was a long time ago. Great place. I opened it up. I was done working at Tattoo City for Ed, and I took a year off, and I worked out of my house, and I went to the gym, and I, just took care of myself. And the plan was to always open up a shop in San Francisco, eventually.
Yeah.
And have it for a time. I never was a person that was like trying to have a shop for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happened, and I wanted to do it, just full on, and it wound up just going deeper and deeper, more full on, until it was done, and then it was just like way over the top, even from the beginning, like where even I was like, I don't even know if this is right. You know what I mean? Like, this place is it's too much. It's like, it's too much. Like, it has, and that wasn't what I intended for. It wasn't what I wanted. And, that's just like what happens when everybody you work for and care for and do things for is tradespeople and workers, and they do things, and they want, like the guy came to do my floors, he came from New York. He was a customer from New York. He like came because, he knew I was opening up. It was like the temple,
Yeah.
He came and he like broke union records laying this floor and like got the best materials for the cheapest price. It was still the more money than I planned on spending.
Right.
But
Always
like,
is.
It was the cheapest price and the least amount of time, and every single thing. The plumbing was like external plumbing with copper. It was like crazy, flying through the ceiling and like through the stations. I mean, it was really, that plumbing was amazing. Like, I wish I had photos of the plumbing. It was like some art, and the way it worked with the stations and the, just all of it. It was like, it was cool, man. I love that place. I'm so glad I got to do it, and I was equally glad I got to close it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. With every beginning, man, there's always an ending, man. No matter what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you pack more endings in, you get more in a lifetime. You know what I mean?
You pack more endings in. Yeah, you pack more endings in, you get a whole lot of beginnings.
Exactly. Which maybe it's because I have such a terrible memory, and I've been in my private studio here in Los Angeles for 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the longest I've ever been anywhere, and it's pretty wild.
I bet.
It's pretty wild. 10 years.
Yeah, dude. Well, especially for guys like us, man. It flies by. It flies by.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you,
definitely fun.
about a year ago, man, I was after one of those 222 posters on eBay, man, and dude, I was just going at it. I was like, I gotta have this thing. I gotta have this thing. This guy beat me out for like 99 cents, man, at the final bid, and I was like, dude, like,
Professional eBayer.
yeah, dude, I was done.
Yeah, I have one. I have one left. I have one that's mine, and I never even framed it. I'm waiting for that day, but I definitely am going to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, man. I got to make a poster with Frank Ozick. I've done lots of, fun collaboration art projects with a lot of people, and man, I'm so grateful. I've learned so much, and
Yeah,
had so much fun.
you've really been outside of the box from day one, really. You know,
Thank you.
dude. No, thank you, man.
That's like what I look back at and I go like, yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
And I love the fact that you're still tattooing like that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I haven't even yet begun. Honestly, like I really feel like part of me is like I want to just stop doing it altogether.
Yeah.
And the other part of me is like, no, I have so many things that I want to do. It's not even funny. Like I feel like I've gotten to do I've gotten to do things, and then they're supposed to lead to something else, but then like it,
Takes off on another direction, and you do something else.
Just having the people that are committed, like having a series of committed people. Like I've had series of those in my life, and I didn't take enough of the photographs. I didn't do that a lot, and I did it on purpose, and I had some weird, I had a weird sensibility about that was totally off. And I know that it was off now, but when I was living it, I just felt like that was my right path.
Well,
to not have the pictures and to not thanks, Lindsay.
Dad, I'm gonna go downstairs.
All right, love you. Good night.
see you later. See you later, bro. Be good.
Bye.
Thank you for joining in. Okay. Keep up the artwork, bro. Keep up the artwork.
Back. Yeah, see?
Yeah. Peace. Good kid.
I'm just getting my own drum. Thanks, man.
Dude. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like that's what it is.
On the
man.
early,
I think so.
let me just ask you this: in your early career, and even now, man, where do you draw for your, for your inspiration, for stuff? I mean, how do you kind of, build? Because dude, your stuff just it gets so sideways, and it has so much flow, and it's got so much depth in it. You know what I mean? That it's like, wow, dude. You know what I mean? It's such a cool mixture of everything at one time.
Thanks.
Dude,
I appreciate that.
Dude, I've always told you, man, I'm a huge fan, dude, and I never tried to. I always admired it, man. I never tried to emulate it because I knew that I would just fail miserably. You know what I mean? I just was like looking at it and just watching the mashups that you would do and watching the just total outside of the box stuff that you were going after. I was just like, dude, he's on his own, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I can barely draw a dragon. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man. It's just like, we all have our, things to keep ourselves busy or whatever. You know what I mean? It starts off as like a hustle. I want to work. You know what I mean? Like this is like going way back, in the beginning, right. And I want to work and I want to do this and I want to be good at it. I want to, I want to be flashy and trick people and I want to like excite folks and all that stuff.
It worked.
To make shit look hard. Yeah, and I had a vision of what would look sick. Like. And I had a lot of them, you know what I mean? And, like, yeah, I wasn't sure which one was really good. So, like, how do you put them together?
Thanks, Sean.
Just looking at people that came before me, just like everybody else,
Oh, yeah,
just
man.
like everybody else.
But
It's cool. I feel like I've been an influence, and people tell me, I have, and people put me in their rankings with their favorite tattooers, and when I see that shit, I'm like, damn, that's fucking really cool, and I'm stoked, living my dreams. I always say that, living my dream, my teenage dreams. This is it. I'm
totally.
living it, 100%.
Oh, I get it.
I'm not rich, that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck all that.
Cool.
It would have been cool. It would have been cool, but
big house, more air conditioned rooms. It's all right.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, I do what I want. I work. I serve people, and I still get to excite them and wow folks. And you know what I mean? I have some, my customers. Some of the people that come see me, are they have their own things going on, and it's cool,
Yeah.
The tattooing is more popular, and now there's so many people, and then maybe some guy over here knows who I am because he did some, he stumbled on my name somehow, you know what I mean? And then he comes to me and gets something, and then it's like I can deliver, and the energy is, all of it, everything is exchanged, so it's, it's cool, man. I love tattooing, I love tattooing. So
I know you do.
What's up. Yeah, I do love it. Sometimes I don't like it, and sometimes, but that's my love of my life.
Hey, bro, it's always that. If you love something, you know what I mean? Every once in a while, you're going to hate it as well. Because you can't appreciate the love.
Well,
unless
when you get older too, you get more like, I don't want to fucking talk on the phone. I don't want to figure out what you want. Like, I want it all to be just the way I want it, so that I can do it the easiest for me. You know what I mean? And give you the thing that that you want is the thing that I'm going to be like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, and then like I started making machines again. I
saw that. Those things look cool.
But,
Yeah.
It's like it's hard to get real. Get that flow and just stay with one thing for long periods of time.
Well, you're as an artist, man. There's just so many different facets.
So many facets. Yeah,
it's like I'm jumping around. I got like 7 different paintings going, and I keep jumping around, and like I worked on an acrylic in the morning yesterday morning, and then I was like jumped back on this watercolor, and then like I'm outside and I'm like pulling some shit out of my car, and then I'm like sanding this piece of furniture. You know what I mean? It's like just always get some kind of art project going. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
And it's rad. Yeah. I love that. But that's what keeps us inspired. And keeps us.
And, hey, this year I took an apprentice.
I saw him. He just threw me a follow or something like that, and I was like, "Whoa!" He took on an apprentice.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Oh yeah. I have an apprentice, and he's been with me now for a year, and he's inspiring me, man. He inspires me, honestly. He does.
Yeah.
His way of being is awesome, and I'm telling. I know he's watching right now, and I'm just saying it because like. It is true. I'm definitely inspired by this kid who fucking loves this thing and is willing. He's definitely going to the limits. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm excited to see what he comes with. And just working with him on his first set of Flash. It's really good. It's
rad.
pro.
I can't wait to see it.
It's not like a first thing. It's like a really good thing.
That's rad.
So yeah, that's inspiring. People are inspiring. My new scene where I work is inspiring. Cal, my big ass tall motherfucking partner at work.
Where are you at right now? Where are you at now?
I work at Three Kings.
Oh shit.
Three Kings, LA. Yeah,
what?
Yeah, we opened up a Three Kings, LA, man.
Get the fuck out of here! When did that happen?
Yeah. It happened like a while ago, like 6 months ago, But we didn't really have a super big opening. Like it was really hard. It was a lot of effort. A lot of effort went into getting the place open.
Right.
There was a lot of dates. It just took a really long time. And anyway, we were gonna do something this summer, and then this COVID thing happened. So But yeah.
Where are you guys located at?
We're in Mount Washington.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mount Washington.
Dude.
Which was, yeah.
That's a great
not too
area.
Far from here.
No, it's not too far from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Studio City right now, so it's not too far from me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm in LA. I live in Silver Lake, LA.
Yeah. Cool, man. I love Silver Lake. I just moved from Silver Lake up to here, so I'm stoked up here. It's cool.
There you go.
Yeah, totally. So, getting back to like the beginnings of time, and just talking about Kinsey a little bit. So, did Kinsey really kind of gave you the start that you needed to kind of push you into where you're at now? And does I know he used to always talk about you, bro, and I just, I mean, like, I guess that was my segue into that. He was so proud of you, bro. He was so proud of you. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to say that earlier, and he used to just say, man, he just goes, keep at it, man. One of these days you could be Eddie Deutsche. And I was like, there's no fucking way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude.
Well,
but
I'm a testament to how awesome he is, and I am a testament to how awesome he is. So there you go. It's a mutual beautiful thing. I mean, Kenzie's like he's just the real deal motherfucker, dude. And
oh, yeah.
he comes from all the places that I know, and he he just holds himself like just a fucking samurai.
He's a G, like, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. It's no.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean, I learned so much about being a man from Kenzie, but I was like hustling Kenzie too at the same time because I told him I apprenticed.
Oh.
So this is something that we never really talked about, me and Kenzie, which we really need to talk about because But yeah, like I was sick of being told no. I mean, I already been told no all over the goddamn place.
Right.
And I hitchhiked, that when I was hitchhiking from Detroit, to San Francisco, to LA, to all over, trying to get an apprenticeship and do all this the way that you're supposed to. But I was way too young.
Yeah.
So like no one would take me seriously at all.
Right.
Plus I didn't say the right things. I didn't know what to say, yeah.
I get you. Yeah, I get you. It's and it's such a crazy thing coming up and not being able to get your foot in the door. I got stories about how tough it was for me to get my apprenticeship with Rick, man. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. But it was it was cool, man, and I'm glad that I did it, and I'm glad that I am where I'm at right now. Because I'm in a good place, man, and I'm happy.
For me, I had to like kind of pretend I knew what I was doing, so I couldn't ask questions, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
I had to just sit, and I know Kenzie knew, I mean, there's no way he couldn't. I mean, so I had some tattoos, and I had done some tattoos, so it was like. But still, like...
Dude, he knew after your third tattoo, and he was like, damn, this kid just fucking worked me and didn't say shit about it. And I can guarantee if you bring that shit up to him right now, he's like, I knew it at your second tattoo, bro.
Yeah. No, he probably knew my first, because I don't even think my first one stayed. I don't even think it stayed. Because I was nervous, and the machines were... You know what I mean? And, I think that it was on a homeless girl... And I think I saw it healed up, a month later, and it was just like pretty much gone.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's not good.
Whatever, man.
Fix that,
Totally, man. Do you, you seem to have a really good, solid grip on family and work and all this stuff. Do you read or do any motivational stuff? Do you listen to podcasts? Do you read books about that stuff, or
No, this is my first podcast I've listened to. I think I listened to one podcast and I couldn't listen to it. It got me frustrated. I was like getting irritated, so I didn't. I haven't listened to many podcasts. I read books about child development now. I mean, that's like my latest thing. I've had other hobbies that didn't have anything to do with tattooing. You know, a lot of physical stuff.
Yeah.
You know, physical culture. Meditate. You know, I was like a total meditation nerd for a long, long time. You know, and still am. Although, like, you know, I have kids and I don't have as much time. You know,
Right.
I don't seek the studying. I just know that what I have is enough.
Well, the fact of the matter is that obviously you've already been through that transformation period in your life.
Well, there's like an endless amount of that, though. You know what I mean? That's like that's a path, you know.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, you can just stay on the same road for a while and just, you know, work that road, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I totally get it. Joseph Heff, praying hands, bro. Yeah, totally. He's on that journey right now, man. I just saw they just did one of these live IGs with him and Sullen, man, and he was just saying such great stuff, man. I was super pumped with him, man. It's rad. And I'm gonna have him on in a couple weeks or in a week or so, and it's gonna be cool, man. And that's one of the things with this. You know, I've gone through a lot of changes, and after being married for 23, 24 years, coming out of that, man, I was fucked. You know, and then I went through a bunch of other shit that was kind of similar, cool, but fucked, and, you know, and just really trying to get grounded, man. I had to get back into some words and some knowledge and try to get back on that path. And I meditate a little bit and listen to it. I do about 10 minutes in the morning and listen to a little bit of motivational stuff just to get my juices flowing in the morning or whatever. And then, but I've been pretty much staying on track with the 9 to 4 kind of workload. You know what I mean? And it's been good, man. It's been good. How much work do you get in per day, man? I mean, I know you got kids, but are you getting much work in?
When pandemic?
No, I mean when you at home working on art or whatever.
I have no space at home to do anything. Just the kitchen table is like all we have. And usually, you know, my time is completely commandeered at home. You know.
Yeah, I got you.
Between the two kids, either one of the two kids or the other of the two kids or both the kids together, or my wife and one of the kids, or my wife and the other kid, or my wife and both the kids. That's a lot of combinations that, you know, and then you have like the meals and you know, everything is like, has to be made by scratch basically at our house.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's no, you know, easy, like there's none of that in our life at all with food or any of that stuff. So, you know, because, you know, that's what we choose, you know.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, if you choose, that's what we do. We, you know what I mean.
People say we look good, so.
Dude. Well, you got to eat right to feel right.
You know,
and lots of water.
Exercise, all that stuff. You know?
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. So, okay, just a couple of random ass questions, okay?
All right.
And Lefty just threw one out here, and he wants to hear a story about Peter Tattoo. Dude, Lefty always wants to hear a great story about some tattoo shop, so he's always going to throw that in there. I love Lefty like that. So just think about this. But okay, favorite place to vacation? If you were to go on a vacation,
I haven't been on a vacation in so many years. I honestly don't know. I mean, I like to go to Hawaii, you know, because I have people there, and you know, I love it there. You know, I've always loved it there. So
cool.
Maybe Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watercolor, acrylic, oils, painting.
I mean, like right now, I'm using like an acrylic-based paint for the stuff for my gigantic art project thing I'm starting.
I can't wait to see that.
And then I've been using liquid acrylics for my liquid acrylics or ink for the commission paintings I've been getting to do.
Nice.
And I did a set of flash recently.
What?
And I did that with liquid acrylic watercolor paint.
Which ones do you use?
I mean, I had some really old ones I used, and then I had the ones that you buy at the store.
Yeah.
I don't know. They have like a square, you know. I don't know.
Whatever.
Sorry.
It's just color.
It's the one, you know.
Yeah, the one.
Everyone uses. Yeah. You know.
What's
The
your?
one they had.
Okay, I got a new one. I got another one for you. What's your favorite ice cream?
Ice cream. I'm like a vegan ice cream guy, so I like and I'm like keto vegan, so it's like
Wow, dude.
some mint chip. It probably doesn't even taste like ice cream, but to me it tastes like ice cream. So there you go.
Yeah, dude. I love mint and chip, man. I don't care what it is, man. That's my jam.
Right?
Okay, and before the Peter tattoo story, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years, I'd like to. Well, in 10 years, I'm gonna make a book, definitely of my like an overall book of my career,
Perfect.
and I'll be still working, and I'll just probably I'll probably my kids will be older, so like I mean Santi will be 20 in 10 years, you know what I mean? So hopefully I'll just be like chauffeuring him around a lot and chauffeuring his you know doing stuff for my girl who will be like 17 at that time. So I'll be really really in their worlds a lot still. 15 years I'll probably be like making art and like still doing tattoos, but probably like super rare and like make them like really fancy or like really like thought through and like just way too much prep work and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I always have a dream of having that, 3 full color drawings for every piece, and you know what I mean? Like
Totally just
like,
off the chain, dude.
Yeah, and just be working for people that fucking appreciate that, want that, and will pay you for it.
Totally.
Done. You know what I mean?
Excellent.
That would be sick. And then you'd be able to elevate the whole thing, to some other place.
Right.
Or what? Maybe it's not elevate. Maybe it's just like take it to another place.
Yeah, totally.
It would just be able to be just more developed. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, I spent like 10 years where I didn't do anything wacky at all. I was just like really traditional, strict to like basic stuff, and mostly Japanese looking kind of stuff, but
with
like
your own twist.
Yeah, I didn't do anything like mech or wacky for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
It was always like really standard, that's what I wanted, and people were into it.
Rad.
Big simple things, and I don't have photos of all that stuff, so it's like stupid. People always tell me, "Oh, I got this piece, love it, da da da," and you see a picture of it. Sometimes I can get one now, and it's like, shit still looks fresh. So
you know what though, man?
Put up on my Instagram.
The craziest thing is this, bro, is that I get where you were coming from with the photo thing, because like literally, it's almost like if you take a photo of it, you can just keep looking back. If you don't, you have that memory of it, and it's a part of that memory. You know what I mean?
Man.
And what is right and what is wrong, dude? I got fucking 1,290 fucking photos on this thing, and I only look at the last 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
1,200. I mean, yeah. I mean, dude. I have 2 kids. I probably have like 60,000 photos on my fucking phone.
Oh, I'm sure. Man, when I had a kid, man, that's all. Dude, I got a box full of VHS tapes and all this other crazy stuff and what have you. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, totally. Hey, they're gonna cut us off in a minute. Do you want to jump back on, or do you want to go with your fam?
I should probably get down there because it's bedtime.
That's what I was thinking, bro. And I don't want to keep you from the fam, and I love you, man. But can we do this again at another time?
Yeah, man, for sure. It was fun.
Yeah, dude. I appreciate you so much, dude. Thank you so much for answering the stupidest questions, especially the ice cream one. Dude, nothing but absolute love and respect for you always, man. I got a big spot on my leg, man, that I'm saving for you. I told you that a long time ago. It's still there, bro.
That's what's up.
Dude, I'm not even fucking around with that shit, dude. I'm coming to get tattooed.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cool, man.
Too, man. And when this whole thing lifts, please, I hope to be fucking busy,
Oh, yeah.
I really do. I hope this is like the new, the new era of tattooing where like people are just like, fuck this, we're getting tattooed. Like this is, there's no time like now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get to have the look that you want. If you want to be tattooed up, you want a bodysuit.
It's been a blast, man. I'll tell you, this has been great. I hope Eddie comes back on. What's up, Ball? What's up, Jeremy? Butch? What's up, man? Khalil? What's up, G? Oh man, I love you, dude. That was fucking killer. Totally, I totally agree. Godfrey's just cracking up, dude. Oh, dude. You know what, man? Sean Anderson, thank you, man. Thank you for that comment, Sean, dude. I really appreciate that, dude. I know Eddie's got a family, man. He's probably not going to jump back on. We'll give him a couple of minutes here. But, I just got to say that was just amazing, man. And all of you, and you all are amazing too. I'm going to say that right now. My friends, my family, dude, tattooing is a family. We need to treat it like that. We need to fucking stop the bullshit and start fucking propping people up instead of fucking tearing people down. Because, dude, there is no time for that shit. We gotta fucking play as a team. And dude, like literally, man, tattooing in the early days, man, it was a privilege to be a tattooer. It is a fucking privilege to be a tattooer. You have to know that it is a privilege to do what we fucking do. And have the respect for your clients and yourself and everybody around you. And if I can pass that on to even one younger generation of tattooers, it would be my honor. And that's all, you know what I mean? Like when, dude, Iron Maiden said, die with your boots on, man. You know what I mean? That honor, perseverance, love for tattooing, dude, that's what's up. And someday, man, I'm hoping that somebody watches these things, man, and sees our comments and sees what's up and see the fact that, we all got love for one another, man. And that really means more to me than anything, man. So, anyways, with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful night, man. I'm going to go and text Eddie and thank him very much. I know he's got his hands full with those kids running around, man. And it's been such a pleasure to be with you. Thank you, everybody, for joining in tonight, man. Next week's going to be amazing. I'm going to post next week's lineup on Sunday. And Joseph Hess, man. For sure, bro. You know what? Stay positive. Persevere. We will get through this. We will all do it together, man. And then we will all be better for it, man. Because we're tattooers. That's what we are. That's all we got, man. So, anyways, peace and love, man. Everybody have a blessed night. Have a blessed weekend. Hey, by the way, if y'all are up in the morning, man, 8 a.m., dude, I got Hanky Panky. Dude, it was hard enough to get any time out of him. You know what I mean? So it's 8 a.m. tomorrow or nothing, man. I got him for an hour. So if you want to check him out, 8 a.m. tomorrow Pacific Standard Time. I will see you guys tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Thank you so much, man, for all your love and support, man, and spreading the word. And you know what, man? We will tattoo. Tattoos forever, man. Forever tattoos. Peace.